Welcome to the Dutchman in San Marcos. I am the DISM, and we're bringing you another show on turning junk into guitars. So let's get going. All right, here we go. We're gonna make we're working on the Cuban cigar box as we have been in our other series. And so I'd just like to say up front, I've got 75 subscribers, only need 25 more. So please subscribe or tell your friend, even if you just watch it in the background and you're never gonna make a cigar box, just subscribe and like. It helps my channel and I would really appreciate it. So this week I was able to pick up some more cigar boxes. This one here I got. I'll show you. I don't know how I'm going to do these lids. These lids actually slide open. So there's that one. It's all gold. It's fairly thick, but it's all wood. And then the other one I got was this one. This one here. And that one, it seems like wood. Same thing. It's got a slide top like that. But this almost looks like that press board. It doesn't look like wood. The top, you can see the top. Oh, here's the top too. So you can see it's like a press board, not real wood. See how it is? But there is a real wood bottom, as you can see the bottom. Kind of different, so we'll have to see what we can do with these. I haven't decided. I just thought I'd give you a peek at these. I pick them up for $1, $1. I can't get that lid back on, but they got kind of funny tops, so I don't know how I'm going to work into that. So that's my find for cigar boxes. They only run $1, and or $1.50. I get them at Total Wine and More. They actually have a rack up in front, so you never know what's going to be in there when you get in there. So that was my find, and you know, for that much, I can use them as storage if I didn't want to make guitars out of them. So, but we're working on this guy. Let me get my camera pointed down. I got my big neck glue up in the way. We're going to be taking those off. That was a fretboard. So let me set that aside for a minute. So this is what we're working on here. I got these little blocks glued in. So I might have to sand this. They're not quite even. So we'll get those off. Yeah, we'll have to put them on the belt sander, see what happened. Let me get my thing over here. See what happened. It's not quite closing on its own, so that means this is a little high. But I should be able to put them on my belt sander and sand them down a little bit. So we'll get that later. Then the other thing we got to undo is our neck and fret board. Oh, that's heavy. So let's undo this baby. These things are so tight that they come off kind of hard. As you can see, I've got every clamp I just about own on this one. All right, so there's the neck. Everything glued on. And we'll have to get our sander out. And let me move these clamps. I'll be right back. I'm gonna clean up my top here. Okay, we got that cleared off. And so here's our neck. It's coming out pretty nice. Being able to put the double frets up there. We have to drill the holes for the tuning pegs. I gotta find the tuning pegs. I'm not sure which ones I have. The next thing we've got to do is now fit this thing in the box. And as you can see, I got this piece just long enough so we can go down this wide, and then we'll block it on the bottom to give ourselves that 1 degree for the bow. But the other thing I'm going to do, that top's not fitting down, is I want to put this in as a sound hole. This guy right here. I did get a hole cutter, so let me get that for you so we can do some measuring and maybe cut this hole in here. I'll be right back. All right, this was the cutter I found, and I didn't have this with me, and it looks like it's going to be perfect. It should sit right in there. I might have to glue it. It might fall all the way through. But anyway, so we got to center this thing on the box to drill that hole so we can drop this in. But I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go right above here. So let's measure that off. First we'll find the center of this box, or the top here. Hang on, I get my magnifiers. All right, there we go, I got my magnifiers. Now I can read these little numbers. So, this is exactly exactly 8 1/4. So that would be 4 1/8. Let's make it down here where I'm going to kind of put it. Four and 1/8. So it should be right there. And this way is 7 inches. So half of 7, 3, 6. 6 1/2 makes 7 inches. So it should be 3 1/2. Trying to do my math in my head here. 3 1/2. So that would put our I don't want this quite centered. All right, just trying to get this centered. So we're going to mark this right here, which would put it in the center. So we drop that in. Should be like that. So let's get this set up. Let me pull away while I get my drill set up. Okay, a little bit of trouble. This one here has a bigger hole than this one. You wouldn't think so, but this is the center part that fits in it. And that one doesn't work. So I've got to find the bigger one where I picked this up. Because I knew I had these at home, but they don't fit unless this one here will fit. I'm going to try to get this one off. So we're having a little bit of trouble. So might gotta get this hole drilled on this round. We'll work on the box if I don't. Well, I had two of these. This one's too small, as well as this one. So back to the drawing. No cutting today, but we got it marked. See what'll happen is this will be able to go in here with the saw on there as soon as I get the right one, and it'll drill the hole. So not today, but when you come back, I'll have the hole drilled so that this will drop in there, and we'll get that hole drilled. So let's file these down and start cutting for our neck. So what I'm going to do is get this on the side and put our neck right there. And centered. Now I have to fret these, which will go pretty easy. So we don't have too much more prep on that. Let me get a line here of the bottom. Yeah, I think I can see that. Let me see if I got a marker. Hang on. Since it's black, I can't quite see it, so I'll hit it with a gold marker here. There we go. And I'll make sure I have it there. Oh, guess what? Yeah, that's the right way. That's the way I play guitar, this way. I always got to double check that because it could be, you could make it wrong. So let's get this sawed out, and then we can get these blocks cut. And I can shim the neck a little bit. But let me get my little saw. Hang on. Alright, so I got my saw here. I never measured to see if that would be good for frets. But let's cut down into it. I'm going to go on the inside of it. So that gives me some room to file it in so it's nice and tight. This is always the nervous part when you're cutting your box. So there it is that way. Too far. We'll get our coatings on. There we go. And I almost hit the camera there. Almost hit the camera. See, it's not quite wide enough, which is what I wanted. So that way we can file it in. We'll get this started. See if that's got her. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Oh, interesting. My fretboard's a little tight, so I'm going to have to cut that. I'm going to have to cut right here because it doesn't quite close. But that looks like a good height. So we're going to have to trim this off just a bit. There it goes, got that off. There we go. Look at that. That fits in good. And maybe I wanted it a little tighter. I might sand those blocks. But that's looking good. That's starting to look like we're getting somewhere. So now, we'll have to build up with little blocks like these. Not that one. So we'll have to see how wide this is. So let me mark it. There we go. Got it. So let me mark it. So we'll see how much of a blocking we need down below. So it looks like from the bottom we got almost 1.5 inches. So we'll have to make some 1.5 inch blocking down in here to block that thing up. That's not quite, but it'll be like that. So we'll bring you back when I get some more done. But the nice part is my fretboard. My fretboard is going to be flush, and we can put whichever way. We can put some bow in that. So, and I'm just curious to see how flat our fretboard is, because we might need to sand that. As you can see, I got some a little high. So we're going to have to level this out on our sanders. So I got some sanding to do. But that should do it. So be sure to subscribe, tell your friends. You're watching the Dutchman in San Marcos, and we'll see you next week with more progress.